Hello, and welcome back to Tyranny, where last time, Mr. R, is what we're going to call him because his name is stupid and long and multi-syllabled, decided it would be a good idea to torch all of Lethian's Crossing and steal the Mage Bane helmet, much to our anger. So we set out to hunt him down, and while we were setting out to hunt him down, we picked up kills in shadow as an addition to our party, which is why, if I can get, oh my lord, which is why my party is all scattered out as they are right now, because I was trying to, you know, do a one-on-one duel, and then they ruined it.
On it.
And actually, I want to make sure everybody else is still in brain mode. They are still in brain mode. Good.
I got it.
So let's continue hunting down this SOB. Of course, I don't remember where I was going. I think I was going to Twin Rivers. This is recorded a fair bit after the last one, in case you couldn't tell. So. How y'all doing? Oh, you fools.
On it.
Help! Before they kill us all! Flushed with fatigue and wide-eyed with panic, a Brotherhood warrior bounds to you, fleeing the sounds of battle. To arms! Calm yourself and explain. The scourges! He hunches forward, trying to catch his breath. They swarmed us from every direction! He points to the battle behind him. The first brother! Rataman! He entered the old walls, and shortly after the Bane swarmed us! He regains some composure and begins to speak more clearly. We've been cut off from base camp. Webley tried to maintain some sense of order, but after Rataman vanished and the Scourge appeared, the doors to the old walls sealed shut. Thanks for the word of warning. Oh no, I'm gonna say, I will help you. I need to get to the old walls. You would support the Brotherhood in this fight? His posture straightens, and he hoists his weapon with vigor. Then victory might still be ours. Bolstered with enthusiasm, he charges back towards the swirling battle. I think you'll find few things bring folk together like a common thread. Abe smiles with a satisfied nod. With our help, they're probably doomed. Or without... Oh, God. Give me a fun one. Without our help, they're probably doomed. With your help, they'll... God damn it. I'm awful today. Absolutely awful. I swear I'm gonna have to mouth. Words, man, words. With your help, they'll most likely live and maybe, just maybe, even thank us. Oh, who am I kidding? I'd wager my rings on copious claims of, well, we would have won without you. Oh, my lord. That was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Let's get into the fights.
I got it.
So yeah, we have Sarin singing now, which is cool.
Sorry, I can't.
It's like if I could target the Bane, that would be most excellent. Yep. There we go. You fight well. Remind me to always stay on your side of the battlefield. The soldier loosens the bindings on his gauntlet and flexes his fingers. By the Brotherhood, who knows how much worse that might have gone without your help. I am Brother Callius. I apologize there wasn't time for introductions earlier. On behalf of the Bronze Brotherhood, I welcome you to the Twin Rivers. I can only assume you're here for Rataman? What happened here? What are his plans for the crossing? I wish I knew. He said he was going to carry out the next part of his plan. He unsealed the door and went inside with some of our brothers. A few minutes later, the Bane came pouring out of the entrance and overwhelmed us. I saw Rataman standing at the entrance wearing a strange helmet. He was smiling. He watched as the Bane overwhelmed us, and he was smiling. Then the doors closed and I became a little more occupied with staying alive. I need to get inside the old walls. Can you point me to the entrance? The entrance is to the north, but the bridge is out. Damn scourges are all more wily than they let us on. Unless you want to jump across the river, you will have to go around. He thumbs over his shoulder. You won't have much luck kicking inside, since someone sealed the entrance behind him. Webley might be able to help you, though. She was trying to rally my brothers northeast of here. Farewell. Callius taps his hand to his helmet and nods farewell.
Right. On it.
Can't
do that.
This'll be fun.
Now, these guys are a problem. They're weak to frost, and these guys are weak to fire. So what that tells me is, very simple terms, fireball. Come on, do the thing, man.
Still aches.
Did you not do the thing? I didn't see it. I didn't see the fireball. There we go.
On it.
Come on, guys. Come on. Ooh, there goes Kills in Shadow.
As Bio bleeds and dies.
I'm terrible at this.
Come
How
on.
am I not dead yet?
I got it.
Let's kill these bitches. We're better than this.
Oh, if I had an iron ring for every dumbass mistake of mine.
Come
I
on.
can't do that.
There we go. Oh, that's why she went into Berserker Rage stance, which is fucking stupid. Like, you're fighting the Bane.
Can't do that.
You're supposed to tank for me, not be DPS. The mages are there for DPS.
Can't do that. Sorry, I can't.
Alright. For those of you who maybe do not know, the Bane are really annoying because they all do magical damage, which most people aren't resistant to. And they are also resistant to most forms of attack, which makes them really fucking annoying to fight. But if you're going with a magic-based party, which I most certainly am, it makes it a little bit easier. As long as you know what to hit them with. Hey, Webley. How lucky for us to have the Fate Binder of Tunon show up just at the right time. The officer gives you a warm smile. We haven't met, but I saw you with Ritamon and Will on the Iron Hall Trail. My name's Webley. Your arrival is a pleasant surprise. You're here for Ritamon, aren't you? Webley nods as if she's answering her own question. I won't waste your time. He's gone. As is the keystone you'll need to get to him. That half-wit brute Myrek took it to Deserter's March. She spits when she says Myrek's name. He went on to gather support for Ratimon's maddening plot. The brothers out here are outraged by Ratimon's betrayal. He's gone crazier than a Candle Mountain miner. So if you're here to get help, we'll take any help we can get to that keystone. So if you are here to help, we will take any help we can to get that keystone back from Deserter's March. I've got my hands full here. Is there anything I can do to help you? Not really. Oh, well, I need soldiers. I need soldiers. Have you ever thought about uniting with others against Kairos? As much as I'd love to discuss the matter at length, I'm afraid I just don't have the time. Her face pulls into a wince. And I fear I won't have the time unless this issue with Ritamon is dealt with. Try me later when I'm trying not to keep a crazy man from destroying my home. I will return. Down and out. Now. Let's go cross the river and go and hunt this jerkwad down. He will pay. He will so pay. Encounter in Lethian's Crossing. At the end of the road, a small child crouches next to an abandoned wagon, rummaging through its contents. From afar, I was correct. She resembles a bedraggled urchin, smirking face lined with dirt. Her tunic is torn and thoroughly stained. She spots your approach and lets out a small yelp, sprinting off to a copse of trees and vanishing from view. Available actions. Follow the girl or ignore her. I will follow her. You follow the child as she weaves between the trees until the forest gives way to open fields of small farmstead, empty from the last harvest. The girl leads you across the grounds, past 2 empty houses and a row of clay beehives, eventually racing into an open barn. As you enter after her, you see a clutch of children huddled in the rear, trembling as you approach. There are 6 in all, gaunt faces and tired eyes shared amongst them all. One boy drops a small knife as you approach, letting it vanish within folds of straw at his feet. The children swear they are alone, claiming to be orphans from a massacred village. They fled during the fighting and retreated to this farmstead. Its owners, they claim, slain by Kairos' forces. The barn is full of harvested rye and a few jars of stored honey, no doubt the reasons why these children are still alive. We'll ask about the empty cart on the road. Some of the children exchange concerned glances before the little girl you trailed speaks up. Her voice wavers and she blurts out a stammering explanation. The cart was likely used by a traveling merchant and abandoned once soldiers clashed in the nearby area. Her eyes flick to the ground for a brief moment, long enough for you to follow its gaze to a leather boot barely visible between ties of standing straw. You push past them and kick aside the bundles, revealing the corpse of a middle-aged man with multiple puncture wounds in his neck and back. The children gasp at the revelation, and some begin to cry. The young girl pleads innocence, claiming that the man discovered the farm and attacked her, pinning her in the straw before her friends returned and stabbed him to death. She begs you to believe her. I will leave them food and rings. The stored supplies will last them another season, but not much beyond that. You open your pack and hand the children a few pieces of cured meat and, more importantly, some rings, advising them to find a nearby settlement and seek out care. The group is grateful but cautious, not budging from their previous protective cluster until you step out of the barn. The farmstead isn't very visible from the main road, but the trails leading to it, marked by the worn bush and flattening grasses, will be spotted by other travelers. The orphans cannot hide for long. I'm gonna do the right thing, damn it! I'm not a bad person, I swear. Which is why I'm gonna kill this bastard for torching Lethian's Crossing. It's absolutely fucking insane. I need to wait for my health to regen as well. As I stepped into that trap. Lock. Redemon is a murderer, a thief, and a coward. How can you stand with him? He went too far. Death is inevitable in war, but slaughtering innocent settlers? What possible reason could he have had to kill them?
They were regrettable but necessary deaths. Redemon needed the helmet if we want to keep Lethian's Crossing out of Kairos' hands.
Necessary? Do you even hear what you're saying? That was a slaughter. And now the crossing is vulnerable. If the helm isn't returned, the bane will overwhelm it. Everyone calm down. Locke looks back and forth between you and Myrick and sighs. You are right, Fatebinder. He addresses Myrick. Have your men lower their weapons and I will have my men do the same. Fatebinder, I implore you to help us. I want to avoid more bloodshed if at all possible. Locke salutes you quickly. Well met, Fatebinder. I wish we could speak at length, but we don't have the luxury of time. Right now, the more important thing is to convince Myrick that Ratimon doesn't have anyone's best interest in his mind, and his insatiable need to be the victor is going to kill us all. It would seem not... well, why does Ratimon want the Forgebound Master?
If only I knew, I might have been able to prevent this. Ratimon has become increasingly unstable since Kairos' forces tried to take the crossing from him. Perhaps he means to better arm the Brotherhood. We can always use quality weapons, so getting a hold of a Forgebound Iron would be an exciting prospect. With Kairos' forces on the move, that would be a welcome. I've been stationed in Deserter's March for some time now, and I've seen a growing number of Kairos' men in the area. Something is going to happen, and it's going to happen soon. I was reporting every sighting to Ratimon, telling him it was no longer safe to stay here with all that is favored around, but Ratimon wouldn't hear of leaving. It's only a matter of time before they show up in force and kill all of us. The last time I heard anything from Ratimon, he was talking about taking extreme measures to keep Lethian's Crossing out of Kairos' hands. Locke shakes his head. With the theft of the Mage Bane helmet, I think Ratimon is planning on using the Bane. I don't know how, and I'm terrified to see what he'll do. Do you know where I might find him? No idea. Marek probably does, though.
It would seem not everybody in the Brotherhood agrees with his methods. No, we might be mercenaries, but we aren't murderers. Myrick is a loyalist, so he follows Ratimon's order without question, no matter how crazy they are. He's not an evil person, he just has a hard time thinking for himself, and he's easily manipulated. He's a simpleton. Maybe you can talk some sense into him. If he isn't careful, he's going to get a lot more people killed. There's nothing more terrifying than blind faith in flawed leaders. Yeah? You're not wrong about that. Sorry, just had to moisten my throat a little bit. But yeah, you're definitely not wrong about that. Tunon and Kairos. Frickin' in the rot. But I'll speak to Myrick.
Ratimon doesn't trust you, Fatebinder. Why should I listen to anything you have to say?
I don't care if you trust me, but you will listen to me if you want to stop all this bloodshed.
If that were possible, Ratimon would have already found a way. But you're welcome to try, no matter how futile the effort. What do you want to know?
Why did he take the Forgebound Master?
I don't ask. I just do. If you need to know why he wanted it, he'll have to tell you. And he doesn't want to talk to you.
Why are you in Deserter's March?
Ratimon sent me here to retrieve any loyal soldiers I can find. I assumed that would include Locke, but apparently I was wrong. The penalty for disloyalty is death.
So if Ratimon sent you, you know where he is.
Even if I had that information, why would I tell you?
I just need to talk to him. You want all this to be over, don't you? Merrick looks at you suspiciously.
Ratimon went to the old walls at Trin Rivers, and before you ask, I don't know what he was doing there. But even if you do follow him, you won't find him because you don't have the keystone.
How can you follow a man who kills his own men so indiscriminately?
They must have been traitors to the Bronze Brotherhood. Myrick says this more to himself than to you. Otherwise, he wouldn't have killed him. That has to be the reason.
If the men Ratimon kills are traitors, then the Bronze Brotherhood must have a lot of them.
Merrick purses his lips, his eyes moving back and forth as he considers your words. You might have a point, Fatebinder, but I don't trust your motives. I'm not going to turn over the leader of the Brotherhood on speculation. They must have been traitors.
Ratimon invaded Lethian's Crossing and attacked everyone, including his own men.
We're in the middle of war, Fatebinder. People die.
There is defiance in Merrick's eyes, but no conviction behind his statement. Perhaps they betrayed him. Perhaps they tried mutiny. We don't know his true motivations. He looks to the side, and you can tell he really doesn't believe his own words. I've been to Twin Rivers. Timon unleashed the bane on his own men so he could get away. No! That can't be true! Myrick's eyes are conflicted. He looks to Locke. Can it? He said he was going to lead us to glory and we'd be vindicated. He can't have lied to me. I just can't believe that. Myrick looks down. Because if that's true... He looks at you again, the certainty no longer strong in his face. Locke thinks Timon is acting in his own self-interest. He wants to see Timon. He wants you to see him for who he really is. No! He's doing what's best for the crossing. He looks conflicted. Isn't he? He shakes his head. Yes, he must be. He trails off, confused. Do you really think he's a good leader? Yes! I know everything he does will be good for everyone. We must trust him. He's not as sure as he once was. Mirek, think about what it used to mean to be a brother, and what the Brotherhood used to be. The Retemon we knew would never do these horrible things to his own men. You'll die if you keep with him. But he has never let us wrong, Locke. Don't you remember? Nothing could stop us. No one could hold us back. What happened? I can only help him if you help me. His shoulders droop, his head bobbing to a nod. I know. He pulls out a glowing stone from a pouch and holds it out to you. This is the keystone. It's the only way into the old walls. This is where you'll find him. Locke places a hand on Mirek's shoulder. Thank you, Mirek. It's time to stand on your own and make your own path. I'm glad to have not lost another brother today.
On it.
And I will leave. My job is done. That is one of the few times I've gotten those assholes to get along. It's the right playthrough to do it. Yeah, that's right. I could have avoided those Bane. But nah. I went the hard way. Well met, Fatebinder. How's the day treating you? No, I got the keystone. Well, that is wonderful news. Unfortunately, this is only the first puddle of beastman piss we have to deal with. We have to get inside and confront him, and I know that's not going to be easy. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll go together. Let's go find him. Game.
I got it.
There he goes. I thought it was gonna, like, cut to something.
Can't do that.
Let's go into the old walls then.
Can't do that.
And try and get more consistent with the accents, because I know that I changed several times. My bad. As I said, it's been a while. Oh, Lord. A soldier stands here, keeping guard with a group of the brothers. He stands straight when you enter, and his eyes widen when he catches sight of Welby.
What in the name of our fallen brothers is that traitorous bitch doing here?
Watch your mouth, Ferris, before it runs too far ahead for you to catch. Ferris makes a chuffing sound and takes a small step forward. Hold! I'm not here to fight. Shut up and listen to reason, I beg of you. Ferris inhales sharply, but stops moving. He fumes for a second before saying,
Fine. Speak your piece.
We don't have time for lengthy debates. Webley steps closer to Ferris. We have to stop Artemon before he kills us all. His desperate need to win is going to end in disaster. He's going to unleash the Bane on Lethian's Crossing. At best, we lose our home, and at worst, our lives. Ferris shakes his head, though he seems unsure in his convictions.
No. I can't believe that he would put our lives in jeopardy. He would lead us to victory if we stand firm behind him.
Then why has he abandoned you? He's sacrificing his own men to achieve his goals. Ferris's mouth opens wide in shock.
Would he really do that?
He looks around at the rest of the brothers gathered in the room. None of them seem sure of themselves anymore. He looks around for a few moments.
All right, say I believe you. What now? This is my home and I don't want to leave, and I certainly don't want to die.
What we do now is find Artemon and stop him from making a fatal mistake. You've made the right decision, Ferris. Welby's voice is filled with relief. What can you tell us? Where is he? What is he doing?
I don't have a clue. He told us to stay here and not let anybody follow him. Oh, and we found this.
And he reaches out into his pouch and pulls out a strange-looking crystal. No clue what it does, but it might help you. He holds it out to you.
Now, I've given you all the help you're going to get. You might be right, but I'm not going to push my luck, so... Tell me what you want or get gone.
I'll be back.
I've got it.
Down, now, 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 now. Just exploring.
Found something. Can't do that.
Disable it. Don't run into it. Fucking morons.
Trouble's afoot.
Murder Bane, murder Bane, murder Bane, murder Bane.
Drop the death mark now!
Nobody saw that, right?
And also Ebb's here, so why don't you drop some of your anti-Bane stuff?
Take that!
Unleash it all. Unleash
Anyone
it
else want
all.
some of this?
Come on. There we go.
Can bust with brute strength? Yep, yep.
Well, or you could just open it. That's just a treasure room.
Cut the banter and stay low.
There's the button.
Sorry, I can't.
Ah, I need to go up this way.
Can't do that.
Creepy. Very much creepy. But hey, it's interesting. Into the old walls. Old walls in the old walls. See, the thing is, I've already done this multiple times, so like I already
Sorry,
know
I can't.
what happens.
This will be fun.
Alright, guys and girls and gals, let's get to fighting. Ebb, I need you to move closer, which I can't do, so I need Tyranny to move here. I need Ebb to move here, and then I need her to use her ability here. No, we need to just walk here. Here we go. And then do that there. And then my main character needs to do this there. There we go. Quickest, easiest way to kill Bane.
Anyone else want some of this?
And like that, another Bane dead.
Twister and mangle!
One of the mercenaries steps forward, struggling to stand. However you are, thank you. We'd better chances when our numbers were greater, but things began to descend once the Bane ambushed us. You're welcome. Mercenary begins to take inventory of your company. Did Ritzemon send you to rescue us? He never had any intention of coming back for you. I'm sorry. A streak of anger flashes across his face before it quickly subsides to despair as the truth sets in. We had our doubts when we first entered the old walls, and only a handful of Brotherhood were giving torch keys. As you can tell, we're not among them. The mercenary nods to his companions, and they grab whatever they can and begin to shuffle off. We'll be heading back to camp. We've had enough of this shithole for one day. Ritzemon can rot in here for all I care.
Destroy them!
Nice try, Bane, but I have fully prepped with an anti-Bane body. We'll all die, 'cause I have the anti-Bane magic. I am the one. Shabam.
Take that!
Shabam,
I got
shabam, shada-da-da-da-bam, bam. Well, I didn't unleash it. That's the direction we came from. When we activated that, then it opened up that, and then that thing is there, but that thing does nothing.
Sorry, I can't.
Another demonstration
come on,
of our
just
power
die.
seems in order.
Humans did not see Beast Woman's miss. Nope.
Sorry, I can't.
Just
Take that!
unleash the doom of 1,000. It's not that hard, people. This party is more apt towards killing humans, but
That wasn't so hard.
More bodies to pile in our wake!
that was the trigger.
I got it.
Hey, it's hard!
Alright. Where, oh where, are we going is the question.
Curious.
Stop running in front of the trap. Maybe... Hey, there's the torch key I want.
Can't do that. Right, can't do that.
Oh, this just gets me... Might actually be what I want. Oh, it won't respond to us. And I'm fairly certain that I already have that spell. It's like, you need the Voices of Ages talent, but it's like, I'm fairly certain I have every single spell upgrade. At the very least, I know I picked that up previously. That was a weird pan up.
I got it. Can't do that.
Exploring.
Look there. Do you see that?
Yes, I do. Hi.
See that?
The blood dirt smeared man cries out when he sees you.
Thank the forge tender you found me. We have to get out of here before the Scourges come back. Or the Brotherhood. I'm not sure which scares me more.
Slow down. What are you doing here?
I was searching the area near the Old Walls entrance for unique metals or runes I could use in my crafting. I'm trying to advance to the next level of my apprenticeship. Impressing forge masters is much harder than it sounds, and Master Laura is especially demanding. You need to stand out. I thought this was my chance. I didn't even know the Bronze Brotherhood were here until some of them showed up. I grabbed a discarded helmet and tried to blend in until I could get away. Their leader thought I was a soldier who got stuck away from his post, so he demanded that I return to my duties. I was scared, so I followed my orders and went inside. As soon as I could get out of sight, I started running to find a way out. There's supposed to be a path to Lethian's Crossing somewhere, but that could just be a story. Of course, I got turned around and couldn't find my way back. I barricaded myself in here to keep away from the Brotherhood patrols and the Scourges roaming around. If you hadn't have shown up, it would only been a matter of time before something found me. Don't you know it's illegal to trespass in the Old Walls? I know this doesn't look good. I was hoping someone would look the other way, since I'm doing it all for the sake of my work. I'm in the Old Walls too, aren't I? Well, let's just keep the secret between us. Frickin' idiot.
I got it.
Now let's go.
This will be fun.
Do we have any frost magic? We do. Unleash the frost.
Stop dodging strike from rending claws!
Yeah. Wabam.
Strong strike. Good.
And unleash the whole area.
Must slink now into sleep and shadow.
Oh, Kills in Shadow got fucked up. Eb's getting fucked up. That's bad.
Sorry, I can't. Will do.
There we go.
Another demonstration.
Taste of blood on tongue.
Ah, great. Now we gotta rest because
Darkness.
Kills in Shadow is weak.
Ugh! Nobody heard that, right?
Will do.
There, now Kills in Shadow's not dead.
Curious.
Alpha! Alpha!
I've never heard that exclamation before. Aw, almost had it from memory. I was so close. But as I said, Ebb is the ultimate anti-Bane weapon.
Seen that one coming.
Nobody heard that, right?
There we go.
I got it. Can't do that.
What's that idiot doing? Retomon stands before a whirling ball of blue energy, his head seeming to bend and fold as light and shadow flicker across his face. He wears an expression of pure ecstasy that immediately fades when the bridge retracts. Who interrupts me? He turns and sees you, his expression one of fury. No! His voice contains equal amounts of authority and petulance. You cannot be here! This is for me, and I will not have you ruin it! How did you make it all the way through? You don't even know the secrets of the old walls! Sorry, but the angry baby man's making my throat hurt. And my tea was not done brewing, so I have regular water. One of the men hands him something small and green that he slips into his pocket. You are incredibly tenacious, I'll give you that. But this ends now. You do not belong here. He stomps his foot, its dry slap echoing through the enormous room and reverberating back in a quick patter. You do not belong here! His men involuntarily step back, away from his sudden rage. And just as quickly as it came, his rage subsides and he smiles, but it doesn't quite reach his eyes. But I might as well be yelling curses at the encroaching darkness, for all the good it will do to me to admonish you. You'll never leave Brotherhood affairs alone, never keep out of something you have no business in. Still, I will applaud you. I never expected that you would get this far. But since you clearly have no plans on giving me some peace, you might as well stay for the main course. And trust me, they cannot wait to sink their teeth in. Anything you'd like to say before you're torn apart? Actually, I just want to get your final words. You will regret your short-sightedness, sort enough, fate finder.
You have no...
Bam! Crazy man, time to die. You forget I got them fireballs burning down the ceiling in a wave of fire.
I got it.
Flamin'. Oh, your bodyguard is dead now and you don't know what to do. I got energy lightning bolts bringing through my veins. You're gonna die. Yes. Ooh, that was good. See, I was not that far off, because that was his voice right there. So, I mean, like, if I had my tea, I could have done him correctly, but it hurts, man. It's one of them voices that just grates your throat. I need healing badly.
Try the round one.
Stab. Or bash.
That's
On it.
This weapon is junk.
Ritomon sinks to his knees, coughing. He looks up at you, bloodshot eyes wet with tears.
How?
The question is half-hearted and not really directed at you.
How could this happen?
I don't want to kill you, but something must be done.
No.
No. Ritimon's voice is quiet and you can barely hear them. They promised me. They promised me, they said. With every word, blood seeps from his wounds. He grows pale and slumps forward onto his hands. You cannot. You cannot. He falls forward. Dead. And so it is done.
Interesting. To battle!
Oh well, he's open.
Right.
Now, this I have to actually focus a little bit on. Now, the good thing about the Havoc is that he's weak to all element spells. The bad news is... Oh, wait, no. Scorching Missiles is back. Even if he does his Absorb Bane thing. Then he keeps on frightening me. Come on. Because he's about to absorb his minions to gain more health.
I dare you to try
But if I do enough damage quickly enough,
that again.
it should prevent him from being able to do that again. There we go. Did we just do a bad thing? We just did a bad thing.
On it.
I forget what voice I did for her. I think I did, like, pseudo-Russian. Thank you for your help, Fatebinder. The Forge-bound are in your debt. But why is representative of the Bronze Bastards here? She is one of the curse who perpetuated the atrocity at the crossing. It's definitely not the same voice I did. Oh well. We might have been members of the same group, Zinda, but Timon and I are completely different people. And we do not blindly follow without question while our friends and family die. I never wanted this, and had I known, I would have stopped it. She speaks the truth. And yet she still followed him, and that speaks volumes about her standards. If this is how the Bronze Brotherhood handles themselves, I must say I am not impressed. If this is the company with Keep Fatebinder, I will have no part in it. The Forge-bound will not associate with such an unstable group. They require calm, uninterrupted quiet, and I know I will not get it from them. I'm here to bring unity to the tiers, and that starts here. You will serve Kairos through me, and you will do so together. Absolutely not. The Forge-bound work better without outside interference. The Brotherhood offer nothing to us. If you will have the Forge-bound servicing your army, it will be without the Brotherhood. Before now, you might have been able to convince me to work together regardless of my feelings about the Forge-bound. They're arrogant and condescending, but their work is unparalleled. But now? No. I'm tired of dealing with them. The Brotherhood are disciplined, well-trained crew. Our accomplishments speak for themselves. We will not help it if it means we have to introduce the brother. Oh, I have warriors. The Brotherhood had given me nothing but shit. So, Sdinya, the Forge-bound have been loyal to Kairos in the past. You will stand with me now. Look. The game is giving me a choice. I get one or other, not both, because you two idiots want to be stubborn bastards. And I need Forge Masters, damn it. I don't need warriors. I have plenty of warriors. I have the Stalwart, I have the Unbroken, I have the Vendrian's Well people, the Vendrian Guard. Yeah, I got a lot of people already at my disposal. I have the Stonestalker tribe. So, yeah, I don't need you. It is the duty of the court to intercede when the Archons squabble, so that in these present times your work is all the more necessary. She bows with a pained wince. I will meet your retainers and have them sized and fitted at once. Glory to Tunon, and glory to Kairos. Well, no, because I'm going to betray Kairos, so... Kairos is just gonna die. Cause he's an evil bastard, and he will suffer, cause he is... It is... They is... What is the correct pronoun? Because Kairos is neither a he nor a she. Kairos is both? I don't know. It's very vague. They're very, very vague about what Kairos is. Doesn't really matter. Kairos is Kairos, I guess is the point of the matter. Doesn't matter what gender Kairos is, because Kairos is your overlord. I get to meet Matani, potentially. Soldiers from the Vendrian Guard arrived not long ago. Matani, their leader, said she brought them here to protect the settlement from any future attacks by Kairos' armies.
Thank you for the information.
You're most welcome.
He bows and then runs off. Oh, this bitch.
Fatebinder?
The blonde woman standing near the corner of the village building cry.
Words.
The blonde woman... I need coffee, damn it. The blonde woman standing near the corner of the buildings cries out to you as she passes.
I need your help. It's terrible.
Her voice breaks and she wipes her hands across her eyes.
My wife is dead.
She puts her face in her hands and sobs.
Poor Phaedra. She was slain by the Brotherhood. This cannot be allowed to stand. I demand Fatebinder justice.
I can find her killer, but how do you know it was the Brotherhood?
The necklace. She was the necklace.
It was a younger man, Sandro. He struck her dead and took the necklace. Bearing false witness can lead to even more murder. Are you sure it was Sandro and not some other Brotherhood mercenary? Oh, I'm sure. I would recognize him anywhere. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no, she's a lying bitch.
And I, for one, will not stand for it. Although I got to find a little yet
And talk to him so much.
We must have conversations about things, my friend. And these conversations may not be one you're quite wanting to have with me.
Or maybe they will.
Or maybe they won't. I cannot say.
Where is this man's house? I don't... God. Eyeballs work.
I don't know.
There it is. Dare. Hello, old man.
May the silence of peace and the... No.
Nah.
May the silence of peace and the jangling of rings both follow you and all things. What can this old fool do for you?
I recovered the Magebane helm. Eldian's face breaks out into an enormous smile, and he puts out his hands in joy.
I knew you wouldn't fail. Now we can put it back where it belongs. Please, let me have it.
Of course. Here you go. Eldian gingerly takes the helm out from your hands, breathing a sigh of relief.
Thank you, Fatebinder. No words could ever express our gratitude or touch the debt the people of Lithian's Crossing owe you. You have saved us all.
I will be on my way. I have done the thing that I wanted to do, and the thing is all good and fine and dandy, and I will end this episode once the game finalizing loading, and then next episode we're gonna talk to Matani Sibyl now. I was waiting, and as I have stated, now is the end of the episode, because I'm getting kind of loopy apparently. And I think my tea is ready. And they keep on destroying my voice, and I don't want to do that. So I'll see you guys in the next one.